Okay, so we are down to Blues Stay Away From Me. So
Blues.
we have gotten through the bluegrass beginning of our album here, and now we're headed back over to the blues section.
Stay away from me.
We're the only musicians who have recorded this song for quite a few years, according to Easy Song. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
don't know why you keep on
Hear that piano in the
haunting
back?
me.
Yeah.
Love was never meant for me. True love was never meant for me. Seems somehow we never could agree. Blues, stay away from me. Blues, why don't you let me be? Don't know why you keep on haunting me.
Yeah, this is a talent-packed song. It's a talent-packed 3 minutes, okay?
Hmm. Hmm.
So, yeah, let's talk about some of the instrumentation so we can just give shout outs on this.
So this is the first of the songs where you hear this sort of magical duet of Roddy Barnes on piano and Mark Panfil on
Mhm.
harmonica. And the interesting thing is that Roddy was an instructor for many years at Blues Week at Augusta. Mark has been an instructor for many years at Bluegrass Week. Those 2 weeks never really ran concurrently, so I don't think they've ever met.
It
But
sounds like
here's a
they're in the
song,
same room.
and this song, "Blues Stay Away From Me," from the written by the Delmore brothers, is a song that was written sort of before there was this split between blues and bluegrass. Before that,
Mhm.
there were silos. Before those musical silos really got erected. So it was a song that lots of people did, and you could do it in a jug band style, or in a blues style, or in a bluegrass style, or a jazzy style. And it's one of the things I just love about this song is it's like a pre-roots song.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I didn't realize that. And, we are melding the blues and the bluegrass realm together just from our experiences, but that's
Yeah.
truly poetic about them being both instructors and
Yeah.
not even knowing each other. Because honestly, like, they sound like they've known each other for years, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is one of the songs that we learned in Andrew Faye's class in the
Hmm.
chapel of
Hmm.
on Davis and Elkins College campus. And that chapel is a very special place, not only because we learned a lot of these songs in like that blues canon workshop atmosphere, but
Hmm.
we chose to use that visual of the chapel windows for the album cover. So that the album cover that I think I have pulled up here is the actual window from the chapel. We
Hmm.
would sit in there an early evening and the sun would come down and we would just see how the glow would just close in on us. And then,
Hmm.
once the sun was down, we would come back to life and go back to the porches and go and
Hmm.
perform.
Hmm.
Just to give a
Pretty
little,
magic place. There we
yeah,
go.
yeah. Here's here's the website. Something tells me .net, but
Yeah.
and this art is done by a very good friend of ours. You can find him on Instagram at the Abstract Val, Valdemir Kolwitz. Um, and this is, obviously the one that we chose, but this artwork came through many iterations, which I'd really love to share if we just have a moment here. So here's some of the iterations that we came up with, that I came up with to begin with. Um, and obviously this is Lee's mandolin, my guitar, the couches of Joe's art, all on the coattails, the kudzu vines. That's, one of the designs that Val came up with that I really liked, but just wound up not working for the visibility that we needed for this artwork. This is the porch of Augusta that we would often jam to, looking out on the
Hollyhurst
hills.
porch.
Hallihurst porch, yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then this was an idea of mine, just our instruments floating down the river. And you can see these are very rough. This was like just conceptual designs, but I love how we narrowed it down here. We toyed with this one a whole lot, and we just
Mm-hmm.
wound up loving the stained glass windows. This is the Augusta Sun, all of our instruments, which is hearkening to an actual band photo that we
Mm-hmm.
took at the farm when I lived on the
Mm-hmm.
farm. And then here is a little bit closer to the end of narrowing down the ideas. And then we took a sharp turn over here, and then we wound up settling on, not settling, but enthusiastically choosing
Yes.
this design here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the border is the album name, which is insanely long. And as we were, musing on the ride home from recording, we did not think about the implications of having such a long album name.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I stand behind it. And we're gonna see why here pretty soon. But we'll continue on our listening journey here. We've made it through our a cappella, through our bluegrass and our blues, and now we are on to the